Hi, everyone, and welcome to video number 4 in our web series for my principal practicum, which is teaching teachers how to use OBS inside of their virtual classroom in order to engage students a little bit more effectively. If you take a look at what video 3 was all about, it was all about putting sounds in to your virtual classroom. And what we're going to be doing today is looking at creating images and transitions. So we want to look at two things in this video today. The first thing that we're going to look at are images. So if we go over to our good morning scene, and you might remember from the last video, if I click on this good morning scene right here, we've got music already set to run. And the students are going to hear this music because we have the VU meters up and running. I'm just going to shut this off so we don't have to listen to it. But the scene right now is blank. There's nothing there except a black screen, and that's all the students are going to see. So what we're going to do today is we are going to show you a couple of different things that you can do here to make this look a little bit more lively. So like we've done with every other scene that we've been working in, we're going to go over here to the sources. And we are going to use this plus button to add a visual or an image to make this look a little bit more attractive for our students or a little bit more engaging. But before we can do that, we have to have a picture. So if the purpose of this scene is to welcome students in the morning, we've got it titled Good Morning, so I'm going to assume that that's what this is going to be used for. We're going to go over to Google, and we're going to just punch in Good Morning and find an image that we want to use as our welcoming screen. So there's a couple of one. Let's just grab one at random here. This is a good one right here. Let's grab this guy. And you can see that down here, it's a fairly substantial size file. It's got a very good dimensions on it that we can use here. So we're going to grab this guy by right-clicking and clicking Save Image As. And then it's going to allow us to save this image. It's called Good Morning. I'm going to keep it called Good Morning and hit Save. And you can see down here that it has saved. And now that I have that image on my computer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to OBS, and I'm going to insert that image onto this blank screen here. So let's do that. Let's go plus image, and I'm going to call it Morning 2. We get this pop-up for the properties, and now we have to find it on our computer. So I'm going to hit Browse. I'm going to go into the folder where I saved it, which I've called it School. And then I'm going to scroll down until I find the Good Morning sign that I want. There it is right there. I click on it and hit Open. It pops up as a preview image, and I hit OK. And now you can see that I have this image here, and I'm going to resize it to fit my window. You'll notice I got a little bit of black there. I'm going to hold the Shift button and just slide it over so it's done. So now that I have that image there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll out of here, let's go back to a black screen for 1 second, just so I can see that it worked. And I'll scroll down once again and go to Good Morning. And now when I click on this transition or this scene in the morning, the students are going to see and hear this. All right, we'll stop that music. I don't want to inundate you with Baby Shark. So this will be a great way for your students to come in the morning and get a little bit more excited about the classroom. Okay, so that's part number 1. Now, the second thing that I wanted to talk about in this video was creating transitions. And transitions are things that I've used in my virtual classroom just to break up certain things that are happening in the classroom. So for instance, maybe what will happen is I'm going to the web. So let's do this. Let's go to the web camera. Here I am again. And maybe instead of saying, okay, guys, what I would like to do is just swap on over to the web here. And I click this and I'm like, uh-oh, wait a second. Why is the web not coming up? What I can do here is I can do a transition that will allow for an image to pop up, or that will allow for a small video to pop up, which is going to give me an extra 10 seconds or 15 seconds to try to get things running the way that they're supposed to be running. So here's what would happen. You'll notice that I went from the web to the webcam to the web, and I've got a black screen, and now I might be panicking. The way that I would end up solving this, I would end up clicking window capture, and then I would hit find what I'm looking for. Here's what I want to bring up, and hit OK. And then there it is. That's the way that I would solve it. But your students might be like, okay, well, we're just staring at a black screen for now. So what I could do instead is this. I might be able to run the webcam and say, okay, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to swap on over to the web here so I can show you what it is that we're working on today. I click on a transition, a video, a small video or a picture pops up, and now they're looking at that as opposed to the black screen, and it gives me time to go in and fix up any issues that I might have and go into the web and turn it on. Okay? So it would end up looking a little bit more streamlined, kind of like this. Let's do that one more time, but with the web camera on. So we're going to go webcam. I'll grab a transition here. We'll go Mando transition. Take my 10 seconds, 15 seconds to make sure that I'm set up the way that I need to be set up. Once it starts to fade out, I click over on the web, and here I am. So remember that the students are going to see what is inside of this box right here. And it's a great way to try just to make sure that you're engaging your students so they're not staring at a black screen and you don't have to panic because you have a little bit of time. I could keep that image up as long as I needed to in order to troubleshoot, and then kind of talk my way through it or work my way through it while the students are still looking at something as opposed to just the black screen or my face, and that way they're not seeing the panic if something's not working the way that I need it to be working. So this is video number 4. Let's run another transition back to here. We'll do a quick one. Let's do this one. A transition is going to run us back to the webcam, and we're going to do a quick recap of what it was that we have done today for video number 4. All right, here we are. So for video number 4, what we've done today is we've looked at putting images inside of scenes to use as welcoming screens and to use as transitions. And because OBS allows you to have an unlimited amount of scenes, you really just have to be as creative as you possibly want to put whatever it is you want the students to see on OBS, no longer staring at you, but staring at something that's there, giving you a little bit of time as the teacher to make sure everything's going to run the way that you want. Okay, so that's video number 4. If you have any questions, by all means, this right here is my email. You are welcome to email me at any time so I can work with you. We can do virtual hangouts, so on and so forth, to get things up and running for you for this. And when we come back, we're going to look at video number 5. And video number 5 is all about adding a timer to your classroom through OBS, which will allow for students to have a visual reminder about how much time things are going to work, or how much time they have to work on certain things, or just to run certain transitions. Maybe you want to timer it so that way students know when to come back from lunch and from break time. It's all going to be available in the next video, video number 5. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on the other side of this.